What it do, YouTube? It's Ghost Revenant. If it's your first time to my channel, welcome. If you're one of my subscribers, welcome back. What I got today, guys, is actually two gameplays. The first one, actually playing on my Xbox account. I decided to buy Infinite Warfare on there just to see if the hit detection or if just the game played overall better, and which it did not from what I gather so far. But second gameplay is on my PS4, and that's why you're seeing one row going on the kill feed for this first gameplay. That's, like I said, that's my Xbox One account. But as you've seen in the title, I just want to give you guys a few tips if you're battling with this hit detection, hit marker stuff. I actually put out a 14-second video. You can check it out. It's just, you'll see I'm not getting hit registration. I actually sent it to the Activision people because, I mean, they need to fix this. It shouldn't be doing this already, or they should have it fixed, should I say. But I'm going to give you guys 5 tips that I do when I play Team Deathmatch. I've been playing Core because, you know, Hardcore is my main game mode, but in this game it's terrible. So I've been playing Core. But we'll start with the 5 tips that I think helps, that makes me get, you know, keep a positive KD. You know, not many people care about that, and some just play the game just to play it. But actually, that's one of my things I like. I like to try to keep it at least decent, you know. It's slowly coming up, but it's a work in progress. But we'll start with tip number 1. Is slow down. If you think you're gonna rush around in this game, especially if you don't live close to a server, you're in for a rude awakening. You're never gonna have really great gameplays. It's just the way it is. I've tried rushing like balls to the wall, and it does not work for me. And I have great map awareness, and pretty much I can tell you where the enemies are most of the time if no shooting is going on, and it doesn't happen. Tip number 2 is the combat rig. I think FTL is the best one because I really like phase shift, which, you know, you can basically disappear and move to another spot if an enemy sees you, or just relocate, maybe even get behind them. And you can use perception. Your screen will like flash yellow on the outer edges, and that way you'll know someone's got you in their sight, so you can basically either hurry up and quick turn on them or just evade the whole situation altogether. But okay, tip number 3 is mini-map awareness. That is like one of the biggest keys of any game mode of any Call of Duty. The only time I look at it is when I either hear gunshots or maybe even a UAV is up. Well, that's really the main one. But in this game, so many people wear a ghost, it really doesn't matter. Or when I hear footsteps or boost jumps. If you hear a silencer, look to see if any of your teammates, their arrows on your minimap disappeared, because that way you'll know the enemy is using a suppressor, and that'll give you, you know, time to turn around and look and see where that enemy may be coming from. And if you decide to push their spawn by yourself, which is a terrible idea, when I try that, sometimes it works out, most of the time it doesn't. But just be aware of the kill feed. Just kind of keep an eye on it. Go in there slow. If you see an enemy has died and you're like forward of their spawn locations, they're more than likely spawn behind you. If your teammates are pushing the right side of the map and you're pushing left, then they're probably gonna flip. They're probably gonna flip, depending on how far. If you're more than mid-map forward, then they will flip behind you. Number 4 is use a weapon that you're comfortable with. If I like the MV4 and the K-bar. The K-bar, it has quite a bit of recoil. What I do is I'll just pull down slightly on the aim stick as I'm shooting, to try to manage the recoil, or you can cycle the trigger. It's really your choice. That's a big thing with SMGs too, is just maybe go on a private match and just spray up on a wall and just hold the trigger, see what it does without using your aim stick. Then you can kind of see a pattern. That's another tip. But we'll move on to number 5, perks. It's highly recommended, use ghosts so you can stay off the radar, but I have a sour taste in my mouth for people that use ghosts. Certain people, the way they use it, they'll just sit in a corner the whole match, and I don't get what's so fun about sitting in the corner. But I mean, you run into it, especially in team deathmatch. But you can also use dead silence, so the enemies won't better hear your footsteps, because I get a lot of kills just by hearing enemies first. But remember, if your enemies are wearing tracker, then it can counter dead silence. You can also use it, if you would like. That way you can hear people that are wearing dead silence. And another thing is scavenger. You could, that's optional, but I use it because I like to try to stick with the same weapon for the most of the match. But you can what I also like to do is pick up a secondary weapon, or you can even run a secondary. But I like to pick up a second weapon. That way, if it's several enemies, I could shoot, with my main weapon, then swap without having to worry about reloading. And I know some of you'll say, why don't you use dexterity? I mean, I could go either way, dexterity with scavenger, and have two weapons. That could definitely be a plus. I'll give it that. But like I was saying, I've been struggling so much with this game, and YouTubers, bro, they are hardly putting out content. Like you got Swag XBL, you got the Goblin, you got Marker J. They're still putting up Black Ops 3 videos. It goes to tell you how much of a problem this game really is. And I've never played a Call of Duty where there's so many tryhards. This one is by far the worst. It seems like everyone's a god, and like I was telling you about the 14-second video, it's you'll see why I hate this game. It's like I won't even get hit markers sometime, and especially if you're getting shot at and you're shooting at somebody else, you won't get hit markers on them. And like in one of the clips, I was using the ERAD, and I know I was off for quite a bit of the shots on that very last part of that clip, but I should have got some hit detection, and I got absolutely nothing. I've tried counter and stuff like that with using laser sight on weapons. It sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And but one other tip is try to keep at least one teammate around you, because if you don't, you could always let them go first, like around the corner, and just to kind of get an idea if someone else is over there. And it'll give you an advantage. You could either go prone or you could boost or whatever. I don't find boost jumping's an advantage in this game whatsoever, like it was in Advanced Warfare. Black Ops 3, it could be. I find the most effective thing to do, like when a head-to-head gunfight, if you're in the open and you're close enough, is just to tap your jump button once, not to boost, just to jump, just to touch. That way, because most enemies aim low, so that'll give you a little bit of a height advantage. You may get a chest or a high shot, a headshot. I'm sorry. That's helped me a lot, and especially like not back boosting, but pulling back on your move stick plus jump and shoot, hip fire, then ADS. I know it's kind of a lot to do at one time, like you seen just right there. That is exactly what wins a lot of my heads up gunfights. But then again, when you're having hit detection issues, nothing really helps. So anyways, guys, I hope you really enjoyed the video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you hadn't. Follow me on Twitter and Google+. And until next time, as always, your boy is out. Peace and chicken grease.